Individualism versus collectivism. The root cause of racism, sexism, and democracy. Put very simply, individualism is seeing all people as individuals, whereas collectivism is seeing people as belonging to groups. Collectivism stresses the priority of group goals over individual goals. So in collectivism, the goals of the society, the nation, the race, the sex, or whatever it might be, are more important than the individual's goals. However, a group is simply a collection of individuals. In reality, only individuals make choices and act. If you say, our group made such and such a decision, what you are actually saying is that the individuals within your group each made a decision and collectively agreed to come to a certain conclusion. So the idea of a collective is simply a concept. It's simply a way to describe the collective result of individual actions. If I say that group over there stands for such and such a cause, that simply means that individuals who each stand for that cause came together and they've agreed to collectively stand for that cause. So without individuals, there can be no groups, and therefore the individual must take precedent over the group. What I mean is, it is still the right of each individual to decide for themselves what they do with their life, with their body, with their freedom, and with their property. So if a person no longer agrees with the others in his group, it might mean that he'll no longer be a part of that group, but it certainly doesn't give the others in the group the right to impose their will over his. Individuals coming together to form a group doesn't magically create new rights, and especially not the right to force others to conform to their desires. All people are human beings. So on this basic level, there's nothing to distinguish some from others. Sure, some people are men and not women. Some people are big and not small. Some people are white and not black. Some people are atheists and not religious. Or whatever it might be. But the point is, we're all still human beings. Collectivism can lead some to view a particular trait that they possess as being more important than their humanity, leading them to believe that this grants them the right to rule over others. That's right, collectivism is the root cause of racism and sexism. And of course, it is the very philosophy behind monarchies and democracies. Seeing people in groups can lead to the idea that you have a right to rule over those in another group simply because you are a part of your group or you are a part of the majority. The idea of a government or state is inherently collectivistic, because it is the idea that a particular group of individuals, by virtue of being called the government or the state, have the right to force others to do what they want. The government is just a bunch of individuals who have come together by the consent of the majority. They then collectively impose their will on the minority. Is there a better way to have a society? Is there a better way for individuals to get along? As a believer, I hold that all people should be viewed as individuals because all people were created by God with the same value. God originally created man and woman, and his intention was that they would view each other as equals and rule over the earth, not each other. Even if you don't believe in God, as I outlined in the last video, if you affirm murder, assault, rape, enslavement, and theft as immoral and things you do not wish imposed on you, then you would have to admit that it's actually universally preferable to not have those things imposed on others. That our sex, our race, or whatever it might be does not prevent us from seeing that we are all human beings and we all have a right to rule over the earth and not each other. Therefore, I reject collectivism and am for individualism. I am for living in a society with no rulers, but instead each person is ruler over his own life. And the only way we can get along is if we voluntarily come together. For more videos, click on the subscribe link below or visit youtube.com/LibertyNiagara and you can click on the subscribe link there. The goal is to build a website for Liberty Niagara, so please head on over to messianicniagara.com and click on the donate link. Donating to me will help me to build a website for Liberty Niagara. Please like us on Facebook, facebook.com/LibertyNiagara. And you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/LibertyNiagara. And you can email me at libertyniagara@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and please share these videos with others.